After the Twitter accounts of Rahul Gandhi and other senior Congress leaders were locked, now Twitter has gone ahead and also locked the official account of the Congress party. These accounts have been locked for sharing the photograph of the parents of a 9-year-old Dalit girl who was allegedly raped and killed at a crematorium in Delhi on August 1st. Rahul Gandhi's account was also briefly locked last week. His account was the first to be locked. After that, you saw senior Congress leaders' accounts being locked, and now the official account of Congress has also been locked. Twitter cracking the whip for Congress leaders, sharing the post that was put up initially by Rahul Gandhi, in which he had shared the identity of the parents of the rape victim. So the confirmation coming in that Twitter has now acted against the official handle of the Congress party. Remember, yesterday this came up in the Delhi High Court, where Twitter also defended the action, saying they're merely following the law of the land. Anand Patel is joining us with more details on this. So Anand, Twitter really cracking the whip there against senior Congress leaders. The official account of Congress has also been locked now. Any reaction that's coming from the Congress on this action?
Well, yes, Akshita, the Congress party has come down heavily on Twitter, accusing it of acting under pressure of the Modi government. Remember, Rahul Gandhi last week had visited the family members of a rape victim in Delhi and had posted pictures with the parents of the victim. That was a policy violation which the Twitter acted against. But the Congress party says that the similar violation was committed by the National Commission for Scheduled Castes. Its members and its leaders also went and met the family, and also on the National Commission for Scheduled Castes Twitter handle, similar pictures were posted, but no action was taken by Twitter against the National Commission. So that is what the Congress party is pointing out to. It is saying it is double standards. If the rules apply...
Anand, request you to stay on with me. Sushmita Dev of the Congress is joining us on this broadcast. Ma'am, good morning. I understand your account has also been locked now by Twitter. This is action taken in accordance with the rules and regulations set up by Twitter, the law of the land. So what really is the Congress's objection to this action?
Please understand there's a larger issue here. The larger issue is as follows. Somebody was saying just before I came on that ours was not the only handle which posted it. There were institutional handles who posted it. No action was taken. Secondly, if we are a law-abiding country, I want to ask one question to the government, that where the police made the victim's parents sit in the police station for 15 hours before lodging an FIR, have they taken any action against those police officers? Have you heard? If the law, if you have to uphold the law, then let's uphold it across the board. So the question is, see, there is enough evidence, you will know as a journalist yourself, where so many tweets have been tweeted with faces of people being beaten, Dalits being beaten. We've never seen Twitter take action like this. My problem is that this has been pushed. This has been pushed by the BJP, and there's an agenda there because they want to kill this issue. Hathras happened, then this happened. Hathras also everybody went. So many people posted pictures. Why no action that time? Why on this occasion? And if you really want to uphold the law, start by taking action against the police officers who made the victim's parents sit in the police station for 13 hours, refusing to lodge an FIR. Has any LG or the police taken any action against those officers till now?
No, so listen, I understand where you're coming from. I understand your argument also against this action. But does one wrong make the others right is the question. Was it okay to have shared, the identity of the parents here? That is really the moot question.
I want to say one thing to you. If Rahul Gandhi ji had not gone there and not met the family of the victims, believe me, this would have been another case that would have been hushed up by the BJP. It would have been hushed up by the BJP. That's the real problem. That's what your viewers need to understand.
No,
and this is no ordinary case. Rape and violation of women, it's not like it's only happening in Delhi or whether it's a BJP or Congress case, that's irrelevant. But it's how you handle it. Look at the way it was handled. Can anybody disagree that what happened
No, I agree. I completely agree with you that what happened was shocking. The kind of investigation by the police was also shocking. Rahul Gandhi had every right to be there. But was there a need then to tweet out a video, Ms. Sushmita Dev, and tweet out a video without, blurring, without concealing the identity of the family?
You see, let me tell you something. He did not name the victim. He did not name the parents of the victim. He did none of that. That's a legal battle that we'll fight. That what amounts to privacy, that's a legal battle we'll fight. But the question is, please understand, this is totally politically motivated. Twitter has come under pressure, and I will give you, there is going to be a press meet soon, we'll give you 100 instances of when they did not take any action. Please wait for that.
All right. We'll be tracking that closely. Ms. Sushmita Dev, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. The Congress is saying this is selective action. This is hypocrisy, and they're saying that it is because of government pressure that Twitter has acted. The Congress, in fact, is putting out a list of others who also put out videos of the parents of the victim, of the Delhi rape victim, and they're saying that Congress has been selectively targeted by Twitter and their profiles alone have been locked. Let's also focus on what's happening in Parliament. There's clearly no end to the centre versus opposition showdown. A day after a high-voltage drama was witnessed in the Rajya Sabha, you expect the face-off to only escalate because Rahul Gandhi will shortly be leading a march of opposition parties to Vijay Chowk, very close to Parliament. At least 15 opposition parties will be accompanying the Congress MP. This after high drama played out in the Rajya Sabha yesterday. Women MPs from the opposition alleged that they were heckled, they were manhandled by the marshals in the House. This incident occurred after voting on the OBC bill when the General Insurance Bill was brought up in the House. TMC MP Dola Sen has alleged that she and other women MPs were roughed up by marshals. Union Minister Piyush Goyal has responded. He's denied the charges. He's even accused the MPs of trying to strangle a lady marshal. The minister also accused opposition MPs of trying to attack the Rajya Sabha Secretary General and alleged that he was stopped from entering the House.
Firstly, let me read out based on the
इंश्योरेंस बिल पे हम लोग सब प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे. ये एंटी पीपल इंश्योरेंस बिल है, ये प्राइवेटाइजेशन करता है, ये जो हमारी सरकारी ज्वेल्स हैं उसको बेचने का काम हो रहा है. हम उसके बारे में प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे. जिस तरीके से मैन हैंडल किया गया महिला सांसदों को, जिस तरीके से कड़ी बनाई गई कि एमपीज को गुंडों की तरह ट्रीट किया गया, उनके साथ धक्का मुक्की हुई, उनको चुप कराने की कोशिश की, ये शर्मनाक है. शरद पवार जी ने कहा 55 साल के उनके करियर में उन्होंने इस तरीके का घटना नहीं देखी है. ये तो मेरा फर्स्ट टर्म है. उम्मीद कर रही थी मैं जनता की आवाज उठा पाऊंगी, वो भी दबाने का काम हुआ है.
हम फांसी का फंदा लगाया कि डेमोक्रेसी स्किल्ड ओवर हियर. देश बेच गया, सब कुछ बेच गया, डेमोक्रेसी को फांसी पे चढ़ाया गया. शेम ऑन देम, शेम ऑन देम, शेम ऑन देम.
तो आपके साथ क्या हुआ मैम? आपको धक्का भी दिया गया, चोट लग गया?
मार्शल के पास गए थे, वहाँ तक मेल मार्शल थे और फिर फीमेल भी थी, लेकिन फीमेल दो ही लोग खड़े थे. मेल लोग महिलाओं के साथ धक्का दिए हैं और धक्का दिया और मैं गिरी. ये मोदी सरकार में महिलाओं के साथ इतना बड़ा दुर्व्यवहार होता है. सांसदों के साथ सदन के अंदर महिलाओं को बिल्कुल इज्जत नहीं करते, इज्जत नहीं होती. जो जिस तरह से बेसुलूकी के साथ हरकतें करते हैं, और मोदी जी डर के मारे 1 महीने से सदन चला है, आज तक आए नहीं.
ऐसा अग्रेशन कब हुआ? मतलब मार्शल कब आने लगे, क्या हुआ बताइए आप एकदम से.
वो तो प्री प्लानिंग से आए थे. उनको लग रहा था कि हम बिल चलने नहीं देंगे और एकाएक बिल लाते हैं. पहले से कोई पता नहीं रहता, किसी को कुछ पता नहीं रहता, अचानक बिल ले आते हैं. तो अचानक बिल लाएंगे तो कैसे कोई तैयार होगा, कैसे एग्री होगा? बिल में हम स्टडी करेंगे तब तो बोल पाएंगे. तो इनकी हमेशा से आदत है, अचानक से बिल ले आते हैं और पास कराना चाहते हैं.
ये जो शब्द इन्होंने यूज किया है, इनको अपॉलॉजी करना चाहिए. महिलाओं को नंगा वंगा इस तरह की कैसी बात कर सकते हैं? इस तरह का शब्द उन्होंने प्रयोग किया ऑपोजिशन के लिए, और ये महिलाओं की उपस्थिति में इस तरह का शब्द प्रयोग करना, ये हमारे लिए बहुत आक्षेपार्ह है.
And in a fresh bid to sustain newfound opposition unity, Congress President Sonia Gandhi is likely to be hosting a dinner meet for the anti-Modi bloc. Sources say that so far no date has been finalized and it will all depend on the availability of the opposition leaders. Chief ministers of the opposition ruled states may also be attending this meeting. We're being told that a senior CPM leader is working behind the scenes to ensure that this dinner is a huge success and is attended by maximum political parties. This meeting by Sonia Gandhi comes days after Congress leader Kapil Sibal held a dinner meeting of the opposition in which the Gandhis were not present, giving rise to speculation of an opposition bloc without the Congress First family. Opposition stalwarts like Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, NCP Chief Sharad Pawar, the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, all of them are likely to be invited for Sonia Gandhi's dinner meet. Cutting across to news coming in from Bengaluru, the cars of an MLA were set ablaze during the wee hours of the day. He is a cabinet berth aspirant. The Bomanahalli MLA Satish Reddy's cars were set ablaze at around 1:25 this morning. A few miscreants set two of his cars ablaze. The investigation is underway at this point. The police haven't really narrowed down on exactly what the motive was or who was behind this incident. What we know is that it happened at about 1 a.m. Satish Reddy is the MLA from Bomanahalli. He has also been lobbying hard for a cabinet berth. Nolan Pinto is joining us with more details on this. Nolan, what's really the information that's been put out by the police so far on the investigation into this incident?
Well, Akshita, the police are extremely tight-lipped. We must understand that this happened within his own compound. There were a large number of cars that were also parked over there, but only two cars of his were actually set ablaze by miscreants. And like you rightly said, it was in the wee hours of the morning. You're talking about 1:25 a.m. to 1:28. Just about 3-4 minutes is what the police have actually seen on the surveillance cameras. The surveillance footage has actually been seized now by the police. They're looking into this, trying to figure out who are these miscreants, point one. Point two, what was the reason behind this? Now, we know that Satish Reddy was also an aspirant for a cabinet berth. They'd actually gone to Delhi to lobby hard for that. Could it be his political rivals? Could it be his enemies? Local area problems? This is what the police are now investigating.
All right, Nolan, we'll keep coming across to you for the latest on that investigation. As Nolan pointed out, this has happened within the complex, within the residence of the MLA, and that's led to serious concerns also about his security. There's also endless problems for the Basavaraj Bommai government in Karnataka, that of rebellions. Tourism Minister Anand Singh is miffed over his portfolio and he's been speaking out against the government, saying very clearly that he will act if his portfolio isn't changed. Then you have Apachu Ranjan, who's been upset over being denied a ministerial berth. 3 BJP MLAs, meanwhile, including Ramesh Jarkiholi and Renuka Acharya, who was previously the political secretary to the chief minister, they've been lobbying in Delhi for a cabinet berth.
Nano Basavaraj Bommai.
Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. The phrase coming true for Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai just days into his tenure. All-out lobbying and wrangling breaking out after the Chief Minister announced portfolios for his new team. Disgruntled mantris and MLAs are playing hardball to get lucrative berths or even berths at all. Minister Anand Singh, who landed the tourism portfolio, is openly airing his discontent, even forcing the Chief Minister to give him a better one. The Hospet MLA, for instance, is even threatening to quit, forcing Chief Minister Bommai himself to firefight.
ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕಾಣೋಕೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾ ನಾಳೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇನ್ನೂ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ.
ನಮ್ಮದು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಪಕ್ಷ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಪ್ರಮುಖರು ಕೂಡ ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಗ, ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಚಾರ ಅವರಿಂದ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Madikeri MLA Apachu Ranjan, denied a ministerial berth, is also on the warpath. His supporters have given a Bengaluru Chalo call to protest against his exclusion.
ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ಸಾರಿ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾವಾರು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ನ್ಯಾಯನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಶೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಇದು ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿದೆ. ಇದು ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ಕೂಡ ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ MP ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೌನವನ್ನು ತಾಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
3 other BJP lawmakers air-dashed to Delhi to meet the party top brass. MLAs Ramesh Jarkiholi, Renukacharya and MLC CP Yogeshwar are eyeing 4 vacant berths in the cabinet. That's not all. Chief Minister Bommai also faces a challenge from the old guard that continues to embarrass him. Minister K.S. Ishwarappa asked party workers to hit back with double force if attacked, as the BJP is now in power.
ಒಬ್ಬ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತನ ಮೈ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತೇನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ? ಅವತ್ತು BCom at all cost. ಇವತ್ತು ಫೇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೊಡೆದು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದು ಬಿಡಿ. ಹೇಳೋದು ಬೇಡ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಶಕ್ತಿಶಾಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೇಳೋದ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಯಾರು ಬರಲ್ಲ?
Can Bommai address the teething troubles and ensure the BJP a trouble-free run in its southern bastion?
Now, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai's honeymoon period has certainly come to a grinding halt. A few MLAs who did not become ministers are lobbying in Delhi. Another few MLAs who did become ministers are lobbying for even better portfolios. All in all, it looks like the Nataka in Karnataka saga has begun once again. For India Today in Bengaluru, this is Nolan Pinto.
It's a race against time in Himachal's Kinnaur. 13 bodies have been recovered so far. The search is on for over 24 people who are still missing a day after a killer landslide hit the highway. The hurtling piles of rocks and earth buried vehicles on the highway. These vehicles include a truck and a 42-seater Himachal Road Transport Corporation bus full of passengers. The bus was on its way from Rekongpiao in Kinnaur to Shimla. Rescue operations are on in full swing. The teams of NDRF, of ITBP and Army are trying to extricate trapped people. The wreckage of this ill-fated bus has been located by the ITBP personnel this morning. It was located at 50 meters below the road and about 200 meters above the riverbed. More than 25 people are believed to have been trapped inside that bus.
India Today showing you exclusive and first visual from the landslide spot. You can see how rescue and search operation is going on. They have cleared this highway, but still the danger is there because landsliding is still going on. Another side, you can see visuals just down there. Almost about 300 people from the different teams are working in search operation and rescue operation. You can see the river Satluj. So this was a absolutely different operation which was done by ITBP, SDRF and local government of Himachal. And right now many people and many teams are working on the same situation. With camera person Gunjit Kumar, this is Satendra Chauhan in Kinnaur for India Today. How operation is going on right now?
Right now, as I told you yesterday, from 12:50 onwards, continuously we were having operation in this particular area. We are having around 150 to 200 meter slide area from where a lot of big boulders and slides were coming. So by evening, by night 9:30, we had cleared this road and we had recovered 4 vehicles. We made a strategy to make it in early morning so that the boulders could come slowly and thoda wo kam ho jaye. And that is why we place lookout men here. We placed a party up there so that big boulders won't fall. And our parties of 43 ITBP, 19 ITBP and then 17 ITBP, including their commandants, they are there and they had already got the remnants of that bus, some of the remnants. One tire is there, chassis part is there. The main problem is our team is working down there, and even if a single stone would fall, that can cause casualty to our rescue party.